Hello, and we will learn how to make forms.
Today we'll be discussing about forms. Now, first of all, you should be knowing that what exactly do we mean by form. Okay, suppose I ask you to submit your resume. What happens? You get the details like this: your full name, the first name and the last name, the address, you have the different things, phone number, email address, areas of interest, and all. The point is, see, there is a label. Label means like what exactly they are asking you. And then there's an input. See, the input like your first name, your second name, your last name, and so on. Other than that, other than the address, full name, can you see there's a drop down, right? Here you have the check boxes. All these, when you have to click on these are known as the check boxes, right? So in HTML also you can create all these forms, right? So I'm going to take you step by step and I will show you that how do we do this one. Okay, so first of all, if I have to give you a detailed thing on forms, what exactly doesn't form work? So an HTML, uh, if you say form is used to collect the user input. See, input means whatever details you will be putting inside. And this user input which we are talking about, this user input is most often sent to the server for processing. So that's what they are trying to tell you over here. Right. See, an HTML form is used to collect the user input. That is the first thing. Now it is used to create an HTML form for user input. That's what we said right now. So what exactly do we mean by that? Nothing. We are talking about what? Form. So yes, give the name as form and go a little down. Put like this. Sorry. Okay, like this and close it. So here your form will be created. See, nothing is there right now. I'll show you why it is like that. You'll get an idea. Now, after the form, as I told you, the HTML input element is the most used form element, right? So what do you mean by it? Okay, I will show it to you. See, what we do, as I told you, first let's put the label here, right? That is label. And suppose the label I'm putting it as name, right? You have put the label as name and you need to close this as usual. See, so here you get the name label. Now what do? We have to talk about the input. That's what I said. The input element can be displayed in many ways depending upon the type of attribute. Now what am I talking? See, different types. When I'm saying many types means, as I told you, in this type you have check boxes, you have user input. So that is why I'm saying it can be used, it can be put in many types. So let's take the first thing. Suppose if you have to take the what do you say, the input type as say text only. So what we will do is we will go down, we'll start off here, we'll say input, then see very carefully when you're writing this, you have to be like input, then you have to put type, then we put equal to sign, and then here you will say, see, you have already the options coming: button, checkbox, color, date, time, email, file. See, you have all the options coming over here. Can you see this? Okay, so I am going to select text here, right? That's what I've selected. Plus, you don't have to close this input label. You can directly write it like this. So can you see a box here? I've written name and yes, there's a box. Correct? So I hope this is clear to you now, that what am I trying to say over here, right? Now suppose you have to give, other than the name, if you have to give something else, right? So suppose I say the last name, same thing we will do. We will say it is like label. Oh my god, I'm putting the spellings all wrong, right? Is it? Okay, we have, say, last name, right? And we are going to again close it. So see, you have right over here. So maybe we can make this as first name. So see, this becomes your first name and this becomes your last name. Last name also, what, see, name will be in which form? It will be in the text input form only, right? So sorry, input will be in the text form. That's what I'm trying to say over here. Sorry, input, then we'll say uh, type, then I'll say equal to, and when I put here, I get text, which is coming automatically, and I'm going to close it. Yes. Okay. So why is it so? Is it coming in the next line? Because the space is less. Otherwise, this means that this will come in the same line only. Correct. If you have to put it in the next line, what is the best way we can do is put bracket. This is how it will come, right? First name, last name. Okay. It is clear. Now, the next thing which we are going to discuss over here is regarding the password. See, whenever you are giving the label here, you can see what you will do over here is you can write, say, password, correct? Plus here the type will also change. Why will the type change? Because see, in the password we need @ thing, and that is why we need to change the password over here. Correct? I mean the type we need to keep it as password. See, you'll put password and then we will close it. Okay, like this. Okay, so now here is the password. If you type text here, say FGH, so see, it is coming in the star form. That means the password should not be visible to anybody. So that is why we put password, right? Plus in the password we need @ thing. That is why we put password. Okay. Now let's talk about the date thing. Okay. So suppose I put, say, bracket, and then I'll put BR again, correct? And then what we will do, we will put the label again, that is label, and I will say it is birthday. Suppose you're writing your birthday. So how are you going to make it? Okay. If I take it like this, it is like this. Okay. Now, can you see the difference here? When I've used one break, there is no space. But when I've used two breaks over here, can you see there's a difference? There's a gap. So that is why temptedly I have not put two breaks over here to show you the difference, right? Now say suppose I need birthday. So birthday definitely needs an input type what? Date. So that's what you have to do over here. Same thing, we will go here, put input, then I will say type, and then put equal to sign, and then yes, put it in the date form. Close it, and then yes, it is like this. So see, can you see it comes in the DDMM5Y form like this. So you can select like this. Whenever you are making a form, it should be this way. Okay, great. Now let's talk about the radio buttons, right? Suppose I want you after the date of birth, I will say a bracket, close it over here. Then again, I'll open the bracket, close it over here. And then I would say another label which says, please, sorry, please enter your gender, right? So that is what we are trying to say over here. Okay, just give me 1 second. I've gone the wrong way. Okay, and this way. So see, please enter your gender. Now here we want to give the buttons in the form of radio buttons. Radio buttons is like yes and no, true and false, like that. Okay, or yeah, I mean 2 3 options, it's in the circular form, right? So how are we going to do this? Very easy. See, first you will put input, then the same thing it goes type, then the same thing it goes, sorry, equal to, and then here what you are going to put, see, you have all the options already over here. When you will do it, you will get the option. See, here it is radio, and then we will close it. Can you see the radio button? Correct? Okay. Now in this radio button, we also need another label, and that is whether it's a boy or a girl, right? So what are we going to do next? Again, we will put bracket here and another bracket. We go down, then we go here, put label, and we will say boy, correct? And then, sorry, close the label. So see, it's boy. And then again, what we will do, we will again put here, that is label. We will close it here. I will say girl, and I am going to, lot of typing mistakes. Yes, girl. And again, what will I do? I will go down. Let me go down so that you are able to see the this thing very clearly. This says input, then you go to type, then you have equal to, again you will put, that makes radio, and then we will close it. So see, now if you observe carefully one thing, you can click here and you can click here. You can click on both, right? That means your radio buttons are working, but it's like we have to give an option only one. Like suppose if somebody has to click boy, he can't be a girl, and if somebody is a girl, she can't be a boy. So how can you do this? Now in this case, what happens, no, we put them in one group, right? That is like, suppose you give some name to it. For example, radio, then give some name, say give the attribute to it. Okay, suppose I will tell you this, how do we give the name? See, till here you've written radio, then put some space, and then you put NAME, and then equal to, and then the same thing you can say gender. Spelling mistakes. Okay, same thing I will do it over here also. I'm going to go here, I will put name, this is equal to, and then I'm going to put gender, right? Now see, what will be the difference? If you're clicking here, you can't click here, or if you're clicking here, then you cannot select both at one time. So this is like you are grouping them under one. That's what I'm trying to tell you over here, right? Secondly, if you observe carefully, other than the gender thing, it is like an attribute to this thing, correct? So that is why out of two, only one you can select. That's what I'm trying to tell you over here. If you put them in some group or give them some attribute, correct? Okay. Now let's talk about some text area. Okay. Now, what do you mean by text area? Text area is, suppose you want to give some feedback or something like this. Then how are you going to do this one? So same thing. First, let's put the label here and we will say feedback. Correct? Okay. Okay. Now, again, the same thing. It has come here. So I have to put bracket and another bracket. Yes, it's here. Okay, so now I need a feedback. Now, feedback I need where? I need it in a particular text area. So here you don't need the value for what? For input. You can directly put it here. You can say text area. You will close it and then again open and write text area. You have to close it over here and like this. So see, here you have the text area. Correct. Now this area is very, very less. If you observe carefully, this is like, my feedback will not work in this much place. Then what should we do? First thing what I should do is, first of all, let me put a break here. So you have the feedback, this thing. Now in the text area, no, if you want it a little bigger or something like this. So in that case, what you can do is you can put the columns and the rows. Correct. So I'll show you how do we do this. Okay. Now, what am I going to do is, see, observe very, very carefully. I've written text area. Now, after text area, what you will do is you will put COLS. That means columns. Now, how many columns you need? Suppose you need 30 columns. Correct? Whatever you are writing, please write it in double quotes. This is your columns plus how many rows you need. So same thing, you will put rows. See, it's coming automatically also. Rows, then again equal to, and then equal to sign and say 30 rows. Correct? So that's what I need. So now, if you observe carefully, can you see how big it is? Let's make the rows as 15, right? We don't want this big. Correct. So now see, I think this much box is enough. Or maybe you can say, let's make this as 50 columns and rows, let's make it 10 only. So see, this looks like a good feedback box, the text area, right? So here you can write whatever feedback you want to give. Correct. Now, after giving the feedback, suppose you want somebody to submit your answer. Like they've given the first name, the password, the birthday date, their gender, and the feedback also they have given. Now, what do you want now? Now you want a button to submit. So it's again very, very easy. So what are you going to do over here is you will again put bracket. So here I go with the brackets, go down. Yes, you can see it over here. You will see it down also. Don't worry on these lines. Correct? So when you've put, not bracket, the break point, what we are going to do next is, suppose I will say, okay, input, then I'm going to put type, and then we have the equal to sign and we say button. Yes. So you have this button over here. Correct? This is your button. Now, I don't want you to give this name as button. I want you to give this name as to say submit. So see, it comes here like submit. So whatever you are typing here, finally you can click on it and submit. Although this is something different, it has been moved or deleted. So this is just for the for your reference I've showed you. Like when you get the actual form in the interface, then it will work. Okay, so this was your submit button. Now suppose if I have to put another button that says cancel or something. So same thing. See here, you don't need the label. That's the nicest part or the easiest thing which you can do over here. So it is type, this becomes equal to, then we say like this, and I will say that's a cancel button and close. Correct? Or you can say the best one is, instead of a cancel, let's put it as reset. Correct. Okay. So you have submit or reset, whatever you want to say. Now the same thing happens over here. If I have to give some other values to it, I don't want to put submit and reset. I want to put cancel and something else. So what will I do? I am going to give some value like attribute, same way. So you will go here, put value and equal to sign, and then double quotes, maybe you will say lock. Correct? Like this. So see, the name has come lock. And same way, if you go here, you will put say value equal to sign, and maybe you can say unlock. So see, you have lock, unlock button. So whatever value you want to give. Okay. Now, I think this is quite clear to you how to put the buttons, the radio buttons, the date format, the password, your name and everything. Now, one last thing which I want to talk to you is about the checkbox. Checkbox is again same thing like we discussed in the radio button, true, false, or like yes, no, 1, 0, or whatever you want to say. So same way, the last thing which I am putting over here, let me put the bracket first. Oh, sorry, break first. I'm really sorry. I'm pronouncing it a little. Yeah. So it's break, and then we'll put same thing label here, and we will say, do you want to say, we can say lock the answer. Yes, that's what we are asking the question form. It need not to be in the question form, it can be in the other form also. So you're saying, do you want to lock the answer, right? So I want to keep it in the checkbox form. So what will I do? I will go like this. I am going to put input, then I'll put type, then I'll say equal to, and here I am going to put checkbox and close it right there. So see, you have a checkbox here now. Can you see? We can put a right and no right. So when you are putting this, we'll say lock, or do you want to lock the answer? So we will ask you the right question. So I think this has made your questions very clear, and you can definitely see a beautiful combination, a beautiful type of a form which we have created, which is asking you your first name. Let's give the heading also something different over here. Maybe we will say, okay, maybe I'll give some other heading over here. I will say that resume submission, correct? Or even if you don't want to make it like this, maybe you can make it like H2, give it some heading form or something, correct? And make it H2. See, so resume submission, and yes, it is in the this form. Keep bit little here. No, it is little like this. Okay. And yes, to show it in the one page itself, I'm just reducing my number of rows to say just 5 only, and number of columns also to just 30. So it's a small feedback form. Okay. So see, resume submission, first name, password, your date of birth, your gender, the feedback, and so everything is covered in this form. And yes, there's no need of space. You can definitely remove the space. And yes, it looks so beautiful. Correct? Now, the only thing is if you want to make it colorful, maybe when you will go in the CSS style form, that time you can put the background color and so on. So I'll guide you on that also. So we'll go to the next video now. Thank you so much.
Please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Click on the bell icon to get the latest notification and keep learning.